What's up, people? This is RGC and welcome to another video. Figure I'd do this. It's been a while since I've done a little update on my Wii collection. This video will feature most of my Wii collection, but some of it is still in my storage unit. I just figure I'd cover some of the games that are easily accessible to me as of right now, and these tend to be better in quality. So looking back at the 7th generation of gaming, of course we had the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3, and the Wii from Nintendo. Most people like to consider the 7th gen mainly between PlayStation 3 and Sony, of course, and Microsoft and their Xbox 360. When in actuality, the Wii actually blew them both out of the water when it comes to console sales. But the Wii is known for having a relatively bad yet expansive library of games. I don't have an exact number on how many titles there are for the Wii, many of which are shovelware, and that's what the Wii is known for. Mainly a large library of shovelware games. It kind of catered to the casual gamers, many of which now have gone on to gaming mostly on mobile devices. But the Wii did have some good titles. It just takes some, sifting through the trash, the garbage to find the diamonds in the rough. But this video will just consist mainly of games I do have. If I have played it and if I do think it's a high quality title, I will let you know. If I do believe it should be avoided, I will let you know that as well. So let's go and get started. First up, I'm going to start off with a little trilogy here for the Wii. By Atlas, we have Trauma Center New Blood, Trauma Center Second Opinion, and we have Trauma Team. That little trilogy right there. Sorry about it. All three of these not really being in the photo here. Atlas published titles are kind of known for being collectible, so it might be a good idea to pick these up. These are kind of like medical procedure simulators. Has some story elements as well. Pretty cool series. I do suggest picking those up. Trauma Team is the hardest one to track down, in my personal opinion. Moving on from that, I like to cover some of the hack and slash games. And we already know that Wii was known for its motion control gimmick or element. And many of the games utilize that. One of which was Wanchambara, Bikini Zombie Slayers. I don't know if I can necessarily suggest picking this game up, but it has had some pretty good ratings, so I found it complete at local GameStop and I decided to pick it up. Most of the recent copies of this game I have seen have not been complete, and that's one of the main reasons I want to hurry up and get my Wii collection completed. I only collect complete disc-based games, and as time goes on, GameStop and other places and people, of course, are going to throw away, lose, get the cases and manuals and stuff lost or damaged. So good idea to pick that stuff up now if you can. Sega published title, Mad World, another mature rated game. Yeah, not expensive game, kind of unique, kind of dark, of course. Pretty good game. I suggest picking it up. A lot of dark colors, really bloody and violent, but hey, it's good Nintendo has some mature titles. Moving on from that, we got the No More Heroes games for the Wii right here. Heard good things about them. Pretty good use of the motion controls. Yeah, I would suggest picking these up. Not expensive right now, but they may increase in value somewhat as time goes on. I'm not really going to speculate on Wii values in the future, because we know disc-based games and gaming in general was a whole lot bigger than it was back in, first through like 5th gen now. So, and of course 8th gen now. So many of these games have been produced in the millions, not, you know, tens of thousands. So many of these games won't ever really be considered, you know, rare, but some may eventually become harder to find and be more desirable than others. Moving on from that, let's see what we got here. A little puzzle game I have, Grooving Blocks, Zoo, published title, complete, wasn't expensive. I decided to pick it up. Seems okay game, kind of like a Tetris-like game, but some music-based elements to it. I've played it a few minutes. Might be worth picking up. Let's see what we got here. One of the more expensive titles, Godzilla Unleashed. It's like a brawler game featuring many of the Godzilla enemies. Pretty good game. From what I've seen, not cheap, not a $40 game, but mine is complete. Had to have it. And I guess that I'll just use this time to shift into the Wii fighting games I have. So Smash Brothers Brawl, yeah, I suggest picking that up. Not expensive, about $25 to $30 game. Shonen Jump, One Piece Unlimited Adventure. Was at one time considered one of the more hard to find Wii games. Kind of still is. Kind of more expensive than a lot of other Wii games you would run across. This, I do have a first edition or first print version of this game. Not really getting into the first print versus second print value thing, but I do have a first print. Not cheap though, not a cheap game. I think it's okay. Tatsunoko versus Capcom Ultimate All-Stars. I do suggest picking it up, especially for the wide variety of fighters available on the game, as well as, you know, having the Tatsunoko universe along with the Capcom. And we already know how a lot of the versus Capcom games, they hold value because of licenses that have to be you know, negotiated and organized and whatnot, and those licenses eventually expire. So a lot of these games, they get printed once and they don't get printed again. I don't know about the future of a digital re-release or if there is a digital version of this game, but I prefer physical all the time. Just looking at the cast here, you got the Mega Man Legends Mega Man right there. You got Beautiful Joe up there. You got the G-Force or Gotchaman or whatever. I think, yeah, part of the Tatsunoko universe. I really don't know too much about Tatsunoko. And you got Alex up there from Street Fighter Alpha 3. No, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, excuse me, Alex right there. So yeah, there you go. Pretty good game. I do suggest picking it up. Glad to see my boy Zero right there. Got Morgan back there. Pretty cool game. I do suggest picking it up. Castlevania Judgment. We already know what's going on with Konami right now. Might be a good idea to pick this one up. Some people love this game, some people hate it. I don't know. I have only played it about 10-15 minutes. Maybe I suggest it's a game worth picking up. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi or Tenkaichi, however you want to pronounce it. 3. We already know how the Atari Dragon Ball Z games are value-wise. They tend to hold value pretty well. Pretty good game. And the good thing about it, it allows use of an actual classic controller input on your Wiimote. I really don't like playing games with that nunchuck thing. Kind of makes the game cumbersome, if you ask me. Or games cumbersome to play with, or you know. Okay, continuing on, got another game here. Sega published Shonen Jump's Bleach, Shattered Blade. Haven't played it, but looked cool, worth picking up in my opinion. Yeah, Bleach is cool, so happy to have it. As stated before, you already know I don't like sports games, but this is a special occasion. Seeing the fact that I was able to get 2 copies of the Madden 13 with the hologram or holographic jersey or cover art here. I think that's pretty cool. And I'm not talking about the NFL logo. I'm talking about actually Calvin Johnson's jerseys, holographic. or has like a foil effect to it. And that's pretty cool. I don't see that too often. As far as the game goes, it's a sports game, same thing year after year. And you know, I really don't like playing games, but as far as collectability wise, it might be something worth picking up. The sports games tend to hold some value for the Wii. That's just something to keep in mind. You know, just in case you're out there collecting actively for the Wii. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna do some racing games. We got the little Excite series. We got Excite Truck and Excite Bots Trick Racing. Heard good things about them. Real cheap at GameStop if you run into them. I suggest getting them now. I got mine complete, so I'm happy about that. And there you go. So if you want to know more about it, look up the reviews and whatnot. But just getting them complete. Those were kind of early release Wii titles, I believe. So definitely worth picking up. Got another racing game here. Need for Speed Undercover. Seems okay. You can use the GameCube controller on it. Happy about that. And a classic controller and that wheel or whatever. I'm not really into that type of stuff. But yeah, complete. Happy to have it. Racing games tend to hold some value for the Wii, I've noticed. Okay, continuing on with, got our first party title here. Nintendo first party. Mario Kart Wii. This happens to be a sealed copy. It's in a protective sleeve. Of course, most of my Wii titles, all Wii games are in a protective sleeve, but this game is factory sealed as well. I really don't like Mario Kart Wii. Sorry, I don't. But it's a sealed copy, and I got it for like $1 at a pawn shop, so it will stay sealed. Okay. Some more first party goodness right here. And we got the Wario games. We got Wario Land Shake It and WarioWare Smooth Moves. Both good games. I do suggest picking both up. A little bit more on the harder find side right here. Pretty fun though. Got a lot of wide variety of challenges you can use or go through to progress through the game. You do use the Wiimote and the nunchuck, of course. I really not a big nunchuck fan, but it's pretty good, pretty fun game. Some of the challenges are easy, some are pretty hard, but worth picking up as stated. At one time, I don't know about now, but this game was pretty hard to run across for a lot of people. A lot of people had a hard time tracking it down, but I got a copy. And keep in mind too, a game that's hard for me to find may be easy for you to find. So there you go. So we got that one, and we got Wario Land Shake It. It's kind of like a platformer. You go around shaking stuff. No nunchuck use. Happy about that. Seems like a pretty cool platform, and I've heard real good things about it. So there you go. First party stuff. Some first party stuff. Moving on from that, I'm gonna get into a few platformer games. One is A Boy and His Blob. Majesco published. Kind of a remake of the NES game. It's a platformer. Kind of has some backtracking elements. You got your alien there. Crash lands on your planet, and some type of way you get beans, and you feed the beans to the alien, and he can transform into stuff that you can use to traverse or get through the stages. Pretty cool concept if you ask me. Yeah, so this game, I had to piece this one together. I was only finding disc copies of this game, so I had to go online and buy a cover art and manual, and found a decent case from a sports game or something like that I got for like 50 cents or whatever, and yeah, just pieced it all together, and I'm happy to have myself a complete copy. So yeah, might be one worth picking up if you can pretty soon, because I don't see it too frequently. Moving on, we got another game that I don't think really got the recognition it deserved from Capcom, a game by Capcom, Zack and Wiki, Quest for Barbaro's Treasure. I think it's a platformer puzzle game. Going around searching for parts of some guy that's on think Barbaros or whatever. Don't know too much about it, but it was a real cheap game, and I've heard really good things about the game. So if you do find a complete copy, or if you just want to play the game, I would say this is a quality title. Metroid games, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, and you got Metroid Other M. Heard pretty good things about Corruption. Heard mixed to bad things about Other M. Personally, I really don't like what they had going on with Samus on this one. Very limited, always following the instructions of somebody else. Certain things you can and can't use at certain times. Not a big fan of Other M, my personal opinion, but games worth picking up. First party Nintendo, Metroid series. I'm a big fan of Metroid series and Samus Aran. So, yep, pick those up. One of my favorite games on the Wii, Klonoa. This is a remake of the PlayStation 1 game. Yeah, so this one right here actually is not that easy to run across. Namco Bandai title. The series wasn't well received initially, but over time it kind of has grown in popularity. The first game on PlayStation 1 is expensive. It's pretty expensive. So a cheaper option for some people may be getting the Wii version of the game, which is updated in better graphics and stuff like that. Worth picking up. I got a few copies here. One of my favorite Wii games. Great platformer, great story, great music. Got Klonoa. He's like some type of cat-rabbit combination creature. At least he looks like it. He can kind of flutter jump with his ears. He has his power ring, and Hupo kind of powers the power ring, and you can air shot enemies and double jump and stuff like that. Pretty good platformer, some puzzle elements, got bosses and stuff like that. Good game. I like Klonoa 2 for the PlayStation 2 better, but Klonoa is a great game worth picking up, and it's getting kind of harder to find. All right, we got Cursed Mountain. Don't know too much about it, but it's a deep silver title, so I figured I'd pick it up. I think there's a collector's edition of this game too. It's like a survival horror game, so we know how survival horror games are when it comes to collectability. Deadly Creatures, THQ. I don't think THQ is around anymore. Pretty interesting game. You can select between different creatures and try to defeat other animals as, you know, part of the game. Pretty interesting concept. Don't see this game too frequently. You can be, I think, a scorpion, a tarantula, and a snake or something like that. I think. I don't know. But yeah, there you go. Seems like a pretty cool game. A lot of people like it, so I look forward to playing that sometime, one day. So backlogged, I don't know when. Okay, moving on to some platformers. I guess it's a platformer, kind of. Knight's Journey of Dreams, Sega. You know what Knight's is about. Cheap game too. I think I only paid like $2 for this game. One of the better Sonic games released within the last 15 years, I'd say, is Sonic Colors. The Sonic series has really fallen from its glory back in the 90s, but I think this was a move in the right direction. Of course, they have regressed since the release of this game with the Sonic Boom trash game, so whatever. But yeah, Sonic Colors is a cool game. I don't think this is an exclusive to the Wii, but you know, it's cool. Got the holographic color, looks nice. Cover looks nice. Endless Ocean series, cool games, laid back, kind of oceanic adventure, exploration, taking pictures of sea life, aquatic sea life, stuff like that. Cool, relaxing, laid back, looks cool, worth picking up. Mushroom Man, I think this is a platformer, action adventure game of some type. Trying to defeat enemies using makeshift weapons of things you find along your journey. Don't know too much else about this game though, so there you go. But seems cool, worth trying out. I've heard good things about it, and I've only seen it once, and that's why I picked it up. Another platformer, kind of interesting. Lost in Shadow, Hudson published. We all know that Hudson was bought by Konami, and now Konami is not really doing anything, and what they are doing is not good. But got this game real cheap. Some type of way, some young boy, whatever, gets separated from his shadow, and you're trying to unite yourself back with your body. So you're actually the shadow trying to find your body or something like that. The interesting thing is it's a platformer, but you're actually traversing the shadows of stuff in your environment. So I think different times of day, positions of certain mechanical objects and stuff like that have to be used and manipulated and altered and stuff in order to progress through the game. So pretty cool concept, worth picking up. Not expensive, at least not yet. Let's see. Kind of got some hooks and stuff going on. Got Calling, some type of survival horror game. This game was expensive at one time, but it got a reprint. And I noticed that reprint really dropped the value of the game. I think it got reprinted last year or something like that. I've had these games for quite some time though. I got a factory sealed copy right here and an open copy right there. This game is easily available right now. You can get it online, and pretty much every GameStop, at least for a little while, had a brand spanking new looking copy. Every GameStop did. So yeah, I think this game definitely got a reprint. I can't tell any differences between first and second print, but whatever. So yeah, there you go. It was expensive, valuable game at one time, but it isn't now. I really don't care though. But yeah, just a thought. Okay. Moving on to some shovelware that was valuable at one time. That's Walk It Out. Yeah, this game was pretty expensive at one time. Don't know too much about it. You can use the Dance Dance Revolution board to walk, and it kind of has music going to it and stuff like that. I don't know. I have somebody I might want to trade a copy of this game for or with. And he's been looking for a copy of this game for a while, so it'd like to get traded. Clearly have them for collecting purposes. And collecting versus gaming is something I'm probably going to be talking about pretty soon too. So just a heads up. Some games are cool for collecting, but you wouldn't really want to be playing those games for an extended amount of time because most of them suck. Alright, spy boards, heard good things about it, don't know much about it though. Look cool, looks cool. I've only seen it once, and that's why I picked it up. So as I get around to playing it, I'll let you know more about it. Definitely a game I really want to get. Obviously the kiwi. Yeah, you're a kiwi, an egg you just hatched, and you're trying to find your mother. You have to traverse dangerous, perilous stages in order to reach your mother. I think this game has like 100 stages in it or something like that, and they of course progressively get harder and harder. I heard this game was pretty frustrating, but definitely happy to have it. I had to order this game online because I was not finding this game locally. Even on the GameStop search, I couldn't find it. So happy to have it complete, of course, you know me. Kind of expensive Wii title, Fritz Chess, Deep Silver published, low print run. I think this game was released on the DS as well as PC, but the Wii version has some value to it. It might be one of those kind of expensive Wii titles down the line, more so than it is now, but it's not a cheap game. I only saw it once in person, and that's when I bought it. So there you go. All right, Secret Files, Tunguska, Deep Silver again, some type of mystery game. Don't know much about it, but I've only seen it once. Decided to pick it up. If I like it, I will let you know more about it. Free running, like parkour game. Don't see it too frequently. Only seen it once in person. Happy to have it. Don't know much about it other than it's like parkour, action type game, acrobatic, traversing urban areas, jump between buildings, grinding, sliding, stuff like that. Seems cool though. Got some shmups going on now. I think the Monkey King, The Legend Begins. Kind of heard bad stuff about it. Real cheap game though. And you'll notice too a lot with the Wii games, sometimes the value of the game is kind of indicative of the quality of the game. Yeah, this game was like 89 cents where I bought it from. But it seemed interesting. Some type of way you can tilt the Wiimote to determine how fast or slow you move through the stage or whatever. I don't know, whatever. Cheap game, not much at risk there. Heavenly Guardian. This game is also on the PlayStation 2. I would suggest picking it up for the PlayStation 2. But yeah, this game is like $1 as well. So the spiritual successor to the Pocky and Rocky series, like a action adventure kind of shooter game where you're shooting projectiles at enemies. It's like a, yeah, I can't say it's a shooter necessarily, but it has a lot of shooter-like elements. But you're, not flying. You're on a surface. But whatever. This game's kind of hard, but might be worth picking up for you. Not much at risk there. Pretty cheap. Ultimate Shooting Collection. This one might be one to watch for later on down the line, or as picking up pretty soon. Because I don't see it that frequently, and it has some pretty good games on it. A little compilation disc. It has 3 shooters on it. Radio Allergy, kind of a weird name. Kairos, as well as Chaos Field. And Chaos Field was a shooter that was kind of done in a low print run on the GameCube. So there you go. Ultimate Shooting Collection. Not expensive either, so if you see it, you might want to pick it up. More shooters or shmups. Got Ocean Commander. I don't know. I heard bad stuff about this one. But it's a shooter, whatever. Your little whale-like submarine shooting enemies. I played about 10 minutes of it. I didn't like the way it played, but whatever. One day I might play through it. Ocean Commander. Not expensive by any means. Castle Shikigami 3 shmup. Think Castle of Shikigami 2 was on PlayStation 2. I don't know about the first game. May have been on PlayStation 2 most likely. I think it was just a Japan only release though. Yeah, happy to have it. Don't see it that frequently. Good game though. I do like it. Bright, colorful, cool. You got a wide variety of characters you can choose from to play through the game with. As stated before, it's a shmup. And we got a rail shooter here, Sin and Punishment, Star Successor. Pretty cool, pretty nice rail shooter. I think you can have up to 2 players, yeah. So, heard good stuff about it. Metal Slug Anthology. This game is of course available on the, PlayStation 2 as well. The PlayStation 2 version tends to have more value or be more expensive. I think this is ported to the PSP as well. I'm not really getting into which version is the best or whatever or preferred, but it has a lot of Metal Slug games on it. Metal Slug, Metal Slug 2, Metal Slug X, Metal Slug 3, Metal Slug 4, Metal Slug 5, and Metal Slug 6. So definitely one worth picking up if you find it. More first party goodness here from Nintendo. We got The Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword, and Twilight Princess. I would suggest getting the GameCube version of Twilight Princess though, but okay game. And you got Skyward Sword. Some people love Skyward Sword, some people don't. Not getting into that, but have to have both. Complete good condition. Yeah. Got new Play Control Pikmin. They actually have a new Play Control Pikmin 2 as well. but it was a Nintendo Selects, and I don't like how they have that ugly red border around the stuff, and has this metal or whatever the thing is down there at the bottom of the spine. I think that's atrocious, so I'm not getting it. But yeah, new play control Pikmin, remake of the first game, and you utilize the Wiimote to direct your Pikmin to wherever you need them to go. Pretty cool. I think it has a pretty good implementation of the Wiimote motion control mechanics. Pretty good game. I would suggest picking it up. The Pikmin 2, new play control Pikmin 2, it's like a $35 to $40 game. I ran across it at a pawn shop, but like I stated before, is that, and it only came out in that Nintendo Select version, and I just thought that was ugly. So I eventually sold it or something, traded it or something. All right. So finally we got around to this game here, new Super Mario Bros. Wii. This game gets a lot of hate, and it gets a lot of praise. Let's just be honest, it's pretty redundant and boring regarding story, and pretty much just running to the right, understandable, platforming, but it can be fun. Me and my girlfriend have played this game a lot together. It can be rather chaotic, but that can be fun, especially when you have another person playing with you, let alone 3 more people playing with you. You can actually make the game a whole lot easier or a whole lot harder, depending on the what your other players are doing. They can make the game easier for you or harder. And you know, sometimes people like to mess people up on purpose. I played through this game before with my girlfriend, and yeah, me and her kind of go back and forth. Fiance right now, actually, and me and her kind of go back and forth. I used to mess her up on purpose. She used to mess me up on purpose. It's kind of fun though. So I enjoyed it. It is what it is. It's a Mario game. It's not that creative, especially how Mario games have, you know, gone through time. Not much has changed, but it is fun. I like the music, bright, colorful, yada yada yada. Up to 4 players, wholesome value, about a $30 game. I like it, or pick it up. All right, Bomberman Land, Hudson title, published title, of course. Had a hard time finding this game. Actually, I had to get this one, order this one online. I'm not the biggest fan of ordering stuff online. I like kind of finding stuff more locally. But I wanted this game. I saw it and saw it at the store one time. I was like, nobody's gonna get it. I'll just come back and get it later. Went back, it was gone. So this is like a mini game. It's like a Mario Party, but it's featuring Bomberman or men, and got a lot of party games, mini games, stuff like that. Pretty cool. I think it actually has the traditional Bomberman game in it as well. Kind of, you know, the actual Bomberman game that the series is known for, utilizing the bombs, trying to blow your opponents up. But yeah, happy to have it. Don't see it frequently, honestly. Kirby's Epic Yarn, good game. I liked it. Not everybody will. And then you got Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Return to Dreamland is possibly one of my favorite Wii games, as well as probably in my top 10 favorite games of all time. This is a great platformer. I do suggest picking this game up. Not cheap though, about a $50 game still, even though, oh well, this was a late release Wii title too. Keep that in mind. But yeah, Return to Dreamland. Yeah, it's a good game. Cool power-ups. You got Waddle Dee or Bandana Dee. You got D, and you got Meta Knight, and you can have up to 4 players playing through the game, or total, with, you know, and pretty good game. It has some shmup elements late in the game. It's a great game. I like the whole transition of the stages and the colors and the music, and it's just a well put together game. This is the way a platformer should be made. Excellent. love HAL Labs and what they do with the Kirby series. Not that hard of a game, but it's fun, and that's mainly what games supposed to be about, fun. Okay, now we're kind of getting into some, oh, I got another shmup over here I missed, Geometry Wars. Cheap game, heard good stuff about it. Yeah, we're picking up, like the cover art, kind of holographic. Yeah, cool shooter. Pick it up. Let's see, I'm trying to find all my spoons over here. We got some RPGs. You know, the Wii, not known for having RPGs. Got Room Factory, Tides of Destiny, and Room Factory Frontier. I had a harder time finding Frontier, but yeah, I suggest picking these up. I think a lot of the Wii RPGs will hold some value because it's not a console really known for RPGs. Okay. Phantom Brave, we meet again. I'm kind of on a little NIS America kick, trying to pick up a lot of the NIS titles. I had this game for quite some time though. Most of my Wii collection was amassed about a year ago. GameStop was doing a lot of the buy two get one free, and that's when I really took advantage of completing most of my Wii collection. I think I got this around that time too. Let's see. Yeah, kind of like a tactical strategy RPG. Has a lot of elements of positioning and stuff like that, but I'm not, I don't know, subjective. But yeah, we're picking up, I would suggest, Ark Fantasia, RPG, I think Ignition published. Yeah. I had a hard time finding that game. I was just picking it up. Seems like a cool RPG. You use GameCube controller as well as the classic controller. Happy to have it. Very happy to have it. Not exactly cheap online. If you can catch it at GameStop, I would suggest picking it up. Okay, Dokkan Kingdom. I got a first print copy of the game. Not that really matters, but yeah, I got this game about, I think, nearly a year ago at a GameStop. They just happened to have a complete copy, and the reprint, you know, didn't have the case and manual and stuff like that. But some type of way, I was lucky enough to run across a first print of the game, complete, good condition, Atlas title. We already know that Atlas has a really kind of strong following from its fans, high collectability, a fun game, kind of like a board RPG type game. You can play with your friends, up to 4 players. Yeah, I heard that this game can really mess some friendships up. So yeah, have to have this one. I got the PlayStation 2 version as well, but have to have the Wii version. Okay, Paper Mario, Super Paper Mario. Went on and got myself a copy of this game, the non-player's choice Nintendo Select or whatever. Happy to have it. Eventually I'll play through it. Okay. Fragile Dreams, Farewell, Ruins of the Moon, Exceed, published title. I don't exactly know if this is an RPG or not, but seems like an adventure game or something like that. But yeah, have to have it. GameStop had pretty minty copies of this game around, and at one time this game was really hard to find, and then all of a sudden it popped up again. Like GameStop was holding back copies, or they had a large you know, amount of those games. They were holding back, trying to drive the value up or something like that. But whatever. Kind of same thing that happened with Calling for the Wii. But I have to have it. About a $20 game. I think I paid for it. Whatever. We got Sakura Wars, So Long My Love, NIS America. This game was also on a PlayStation 2. I think originally on the PlayStation 2, late PlayStation 2 release, but it got ported to the Wii. Have to have it. Definitely an RPG. But yeah, seems pretty cool. Have to have it. All right, so let's move on into Operation Rainfall. Pandora's Tower, Xenoblade Chronicles, The Last Story. There you go. Have to have these. We kind of know that Xenoblade is the most valuable one. Some type of way I was able to run across an original print copy of the game. GameStop had a lot of odd stuff going on with the Xenoblade game, seeing the fact that it was an exclusive at GameStop. But yeah, I was able to purchase the Xenoblade game from an original owner that had the actual receipt with the purchase date on it. So that particular guy that I bought it from got it on its release date. So I know I got a first print copy of the game. But whatever. Pandora's Tower, and you got Last Story. So have to have all three of those. Definitely one of the things I want to complete for my Wii collection. We got these tactical or strategy RPGs here. Got the Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Got 2 copies of it. Not a cheap game, but have to have it. You know, the Fire Emblem series has kind of been around for a while, but another popular game kind of made this game or this series more well known. You know, some of these characters have appeared in a rather popular fighting game by Nintendo, and kind of got people interested in, like, where did those characters come from? What are they doing? You know, so I kind of like the Fire Emblem type of games. I do like, you know, the weapons and the story and music. It's a great series. So definitely happy to have my Fire Emblem Radiant Dawns here. And just to wrap up, I'm going to show my favorite Wii game. Matter of fact, this is probably in my top 5 favorite games of all time. This is an action RPG, published by Ignition, developed by Vanillaware. Excellent game. Action RPG, as stated. Muramasa the Demon Blade. You got 2 characters you can play through the game with. They both have their own story. I suggest playing through the game with both characters. Excellent hand-drawn artwork, superb soundtrack, great story, kind of odd, but great story. You got these blades, they absorb souls. It's an awesome game. Seems like this game kind of took a little bit from the Sega PlayStation 2 titles, Shinobi and Nightshade, with the whole swords absorbing souls or thing or whatever. But the cool thing about this game is, of course, you do level up by beating or defeating enemies, but you can actually level up your blades too. And other things to keep in mind is you can actually forge blades, and you can forge blades by having your spirit up, and you can lift your spirits by eating food. So it's just an awesome game. I mean, it's well put together game. The transitions between the stages or the sections of the map is awesome. Different music for different areas, different enemies there, different geographical locations. Amazing game. She's a little bit faster. I would say he's stronger, I guess. But anyway, good game. I do suggest picking it up. Not rare or anything. I think this game actually was updated and ported to, like, the Vita, I think. And it actually has more characters and other additional features on it. Muramasa Rebirth for the Vita. Good game. Be nice if they came out with a sequel. But yeah, I really enjoyed this game. Kind of really challenging later on in the game though. But the last boss, maybe I was just too leveled up or something like that. But the last boss was kind of a cakewalk once you figure the stuff out. But yeah, great action RPG. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So there you go. That's most of my Wii collection. As stated before, we already know the Wii has a lot of shovelware in its library, but actually has a lot of gems too. It's just a matter of you sifting through the trash to find the treasure, knowing what you're looking for. You might want to look at some other hidden gems videos on the Wii. This is just a quick little rundown of my Wii collection. I apologize if I kind of maybe mispronounce some stuff or don't exactly know everything about every game, but I'm gradually going to get through playing these games, and as time goes on, I'll probably learn more about them. So I'm not perfect, don't expect me to be, but I do appreciate you checking out this video. I hope you have a good one. Peace.